You, what up, though? DJ Caveman. You see the sunglasses, you know what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Monkey in the building as always, man. It's another episode. Y'all haven't been counting episodes. I don't know what episode we're on, and I don't put the number in the title. But we
It's
got to be
another
on.
sunny Sunday. That's all.
This is another sunny Sunday here for we talking sports, and we talking about the main sports, but also the not so main sports because it was a slow fucking sports week. But before we get
yeah.
how was your week, Playboy?
My week was well, finally finished my Space Ghost and Mix, which was inspired by the comic book and the cartoon Space Ghost. I actually have to hit my boy up for number 2 of Space Ghost. But Space Ghostin' released, available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, and a couple other streaming networks. But I gotta get it on YouTube, on my YouTube page. But other than that, just living life, having nice conversations, enjoying the warm weather while everybody's melting. I feel like I should have named my mix Birdman, because like the sun and the heat just gives me power. But calling my shit Birdman is a whole nother thing. I got to put some respect on his name.
All right, you might come for it.
Yeah, I ain't fitting for that kind of smoke.
As long as you don't come
How's your week though?
As long as you don't come in the gator boots and the pimped out Gucci suits.
Nah, that's Bishop Don Juan.
But it might be right, man. You know, we deliver in the mail like always. This fucking heat was oppressive this week. I got lucky. I had the 2 hottest days off because Wednesday was Juneteenth.
I was just about to say that. Happy belated Juneteenth to everybody.
You know, free slavery day.
Emancipation Day.
And Thursday, I did a thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't really talk too much about it, but I was in another movie.
Yeah, that's right.
And so
you don't watch Seinfeld, so you don't know that line. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Yeah,
were you practicing your lines all
through
the house?
Yo, listen, we can't like it's a social media blackout, so I can't tell you too many things.
Okay.
But I crushed that shit. You know what I mean? I have my lines locked in. You know what I mean? I got the script a little bit in advance, so I didn't have a ton of lines, so it wasn't like I had to memorize, pages and pages of dialogue. But the lines I had to deliver, I delivered them. And yeah, that's pretty much how that went down. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much really all I really can. I don't really know what I can say. I just know that we can't really talk about it till after it's done, and then there'll be some pictures and shit like that. But it was a cool day. You know what I mean? I got to
totally understood. Nah, if anything, we got to holler at Da Vinci and see what's going on with that project. That's a whole nother thing in itself.
I don't even know what's going on with that, to be honest. But that's a different.
I've seen some movements, but that's something that we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it social media silent.
Yeah, for sure. But it was cool. I've done a few movies over the last couple of years. 2 of which
using that movie with Don Johnson.
2 of which are on Amazon right now. If you want to slide on over to Amazon Prime after the show and check out The Collective with Don Johnson,
The Collective,
Ruby
Tyrese, yep.
Ruby Rose, the kid from I forget what movie he was in, but it was
he was in The Collective.
He was in The Collective. So you'd be like, who is this kid? But then he was in some other shit too. That was a dope experience. You know what I'm saying? I got eyes on that one, and then I'm also in Johnny and Clyde. I died, so I picked up the Black Dude movie Infinity Ring for and then a horror flick. You know what I mean? And
that was a proud moment in The Collective. I was like, hey yo, I know that guy. I do a podcast, and it wasn't even like I know him, just in passing, and we had gym class together back in school. Nah, I do a podcast with this motherfucker. I know him. That's my brother.
I know this guy. He's been in my house.
Yeah. My mother made lasagna for him. I remember the Sundays used to come over, play Techno Bowl, and my mother would feed you obnoxious amount of lasagna.
Yeah,
Uh,
but honestly, the best part of my like small fledgling acting career is that
mm.
you do the collective and you're like, oh, this is a cool movie. It got some stars in it. It might do something. You know what I mean?
It's
And
not fledgling, it's budding.
same thing, same thing. But
Okay, all right.
either way, it's new, man. I'm doing a lot of free shit right
Mm,
now. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody knocking my door down except what I mean, Mr. Dinucci.
mm.
Once in a while hits me up. You know what I mean? So, but either and I definitely appreciate it. But the best part so far is that yo, my dad picked up the flick from the bootleg man.
Oh yeah, you was telling me.
And so, because he don't go to the
Cool.
movies, he don't go to the movies, he don't go to the like. There's no video stores and shit really no more. So all
Mhm.
the movies he watches, he don't even watch regular TV. He just buys like 10 movies a week from the bootleg man and
And it
watch.
was a cold purchase too. It wasn't like he
it.
was looking for it.
Like he goes, man, I bought the shit. I like the title, and I was like, oh shit, Don Johnson, it got to be all right.
Mm.
He pops in,
Tyrese.
and I show up in the first like 12 minutes or whatever.
Yep.
And my dad called me and was like, hey, you in the movie? I was like,
Oh man.
we talked about this like a year ago. He was like, man, I don't remember a year ago. I just like this shit because the artwork looked cool, and then I put it in, and my son's in it. I'm like,
Mm.
so
That
far
must have been a real proud dad moment. I could imagine,
he
man.
told
Like
everybody.
that shit really brings a tear to my eye, man. For real, for real.
He fucking told everybody, dog. It's super dope. That's so
That's a
far.
proud dad moment, man.
If I ever get to the point where I'm on like the Tonight Show, I'm sure that's a story that I'm gonna share because it's probably
And you know, and you know what though? That congratulations to you to providing your father that proud dad moment, man. You know, that's one of those things as a son. I try to make sure I do things that honor my father. But when it comes to you and work on this podcast, I use the program to do my interludes and my little sound bites. I need to enlist you to do that and have an actual person do my thing.
yeah, I'm
So
down. Man, you already know.
can add that to your credit too, you know.
Hell yeah.
You know, your IMDb.
My IMDb. I don't even have an IMDb yet. I gotta do that shit.
Hey man, I'm telling you. You know what? That's something that we probably work on. Is like a mixed project because the way I do my mixes, they're like soundtracks to unwritten screenplays. And this past one was about like dating in the new age and the people that you come across and a balance between self-projection and self-reflection. So, we could probably work something out. And then, I'll provide the music and you could do the voiceovers.
Yeah.
So,
Word.
putting you on the spot on the
Yeah.
live.
The other thing is that thanks to my friends in high places, you know what I'm saying. I got to be on set with a couple of my uh, movie screen crushes. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Which was super dope.
wait, which one?
Oh man, I'll tell you after, dog. I'll tell you after.
Okay. I didn't want to start throwing names out there, and then all of a sudden it's like I can't confirm or deny
I
because
can't.
you got the Secret Service shades on. So
Yo, the Secret Service shit is a necessary thing right now. It's their necessary thing. I was like, yo, it was a rough week. You know what I'm saying? It's hot outside, and I needed a beverage, and the beverage happened to have ice in it. And yeah.
All right.
Here we are.
But you know what though? Because it's been kind of like a slow sports week, one thing I want to kind of bring up is one thing that we used to do when we were younger. We used to go outside and play sports, and heat was a thing still back then, but it wasn't really affecting us as much because we were always outside. So we were conditioned to air condition. But one thing we used to do when we was outside was play like wiffle ball. Shout out to Mark because he posted on a site about this restaurant somewhere or bar that actually has an official wiffle ball field in the back.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's the bar and then the wiffle ball field.
That's
Like that shit is dope. As an adult, thinking about shit like that, it's like, what other sport can you do like that outside of cornhole? But
yo, there needs to be like if I open a sports bar, there got to be like so far like people open sports bars, right? And they just have like TVs and shit. You could just watch the sports
and wings
and wings and burgers and shit. You know what I mean? I want to open
potato skins
where you can actually do the sports. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm talking about.
Football, cornhole. You know what I mean? You want to just go outside and play catch? There's some gloves over there. You know what I mean? Like a real sports bar. You want to hit a driving range, a little small drive. I mean, I have to have a lot of land, but it would be pretty dope.
That's what I was getting at. Like, if you was to have a sports bar, what are the, and we'll get to our top 5, but I'll say what's some of the 3 things you would have at your sports bar?
Oh, man, I'm old school, man. I'm going to have horseshoes and my shit.
Because low maintenance.
Because there's also like, you know what I mean? You got to think about it like first, low maintenance. Second, you don't want people to get too fucked up and hurt each other. You know what I mean?
With axe throwing. Yeah. Axe throwing is one of them dicey things.
But also I want to have this stuff that's like not where you can't like maybe I go hit some golf balls. I'm going to go to Top Golf for that. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to the racing track if I want to like do the go-karts. But like if I go to a regular bar and there's fucking horseshoes or cornhole out in the back, there's like a 80% chance that I'm gonna get in at least one game of horseshoes real quick.
A game of horseshoes.
Motherfucking cornhole. What's the other one? I like bocce ball. You know.
Oh, bocce.
You know what I mean?
Bocce is one of those games that I've always wanted to get into.
You know, maybe put a little shuffleboard situation out in the back, something that's easy to set up. You know.
Yeah, because like there's a certain thing about bocce because I remember seeing it on an episode of The Cosby Show, and he was playing bocce with his boy. Ironically, the dude he was playing with was from Trinidad, and that was the thing that hooked me to bocce and just having it in your backyard because again, it's low maintenance. You don't really it's not that physical of a sport, and it's a good conversational type scene. You know, you can have a talk while playing bocce. You know,
I'll say this real quick: if your sports bar don't have at least one pool table, you're not a sports bar.
Okay. All
right.
That's
in my opinion. I feel like you got to have a pool table.
All right. So wait, let me say this then. Let me rephrase the question. What are sports bar essentials? Right. Already pool table. To be considered a sports bar, a dartboard,
maybe a dartboard, yeah, for sure. Because like those are things, like I said, like you want to have people be able to like quickly pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Not hurt each other, play a quick game, and be. You know what I mean? You don't want some shit that's gonna take forever. But you know, darts is not a forever type of situation. Plus, you can have little tournaments and shit. Like you think about it, like you know, little pool tournaments, you can have dart leagues. Pool leagues, you know, like other ways to like make money other than just people coming in and just watching sports on TV.
Are video games like Golden Tee considered an essential item?
I don't know if it's essential, but if I see a Golden Tee machine, I'm gonna play. So you know what I mean?
Wait, which one would you play first? The Golden Tee or the hunting game?
Nah, I never liked the hunting game, man. I'm always going. I'm fading.
I'm the hunting game guy. I love just banging off these deers.
You know,
it's like duck hunt. It's like grown man duck hunt, but you can't put the gun on the screen. Like you have to be honest.
Big buck hunter. It never really works.
Yeah, big buck.
It's like the old cigarette machine now. You see that?
Yeah.
Shit? Dark corner. That
the thing. Like I'll play like 2 games to get where the readers is. Sometimes it's off site, you know. The site is off a little bit.
You're gonna have that.
But once I get it,
you gotta have that punching shit in the punching bag shit.
That was the next one on my list.
Because somebody's gonna fuck themselves up doing that shit, and then you'll have it on tape.
All right, one on the cusp. Pinball machines.
In a sports bar? I don't know.
That's why I said that one's on the cusp. That's a nice added bonus. but you have to have a pool table. You have to have a dartboard.
But you can't have too many things either. You kind of got to choose. You got to kind of have like I think 3, because anything more than that, now you're an arcade.
Well, see, with a pinball machine and a sports bar, that's like Ray Allen. Getting it back to the whole sports, right? It's like the Ray Allen on the Miami Heat. He's not really a part of the big 3, but he's a great added value bonus. There we go. The pinball machine and the sports bar is the Ray Allen of the Miami Heat.
I take the punching bag shit over the pinball machine.
You'll take the punching bag over that punch thing over
if I had
a pinball machine?
If I had to choose 3, you know what I mean? If I had to choose one game, I'm choosing Golden Tee. But if I had to choose, you know what I mean? If I could be like, all right, I got space for a dart, I got space for a dart area and a pool area and my third area. Yeah, man.
So what's the big 3 then? It's the pool table, the dartboard. Those are grandfathered in.
Those are grandfathered in. And then I'm probably going Golden Tee. But I think
Golden Tee as the number 3? Okay.
It's gonna depend on like my location too. Like if I'm in a location like where it's like a lot of college kids, I'm probably going with the punching bag shit. Because they're just gonna pump money into that motherfucker to try to like see who can hit it the hardest.
Yeah. I got a dark horse here for you. Last week you was talking Formula 1. How about the racing game?
Nah, because that's more or less too.
If it's tandem, it has to be the tandem game. It can't be the solo one. It has to be tandem.
Yeah, them joints take up a lot of space, and not everybody's gonna play them. Like I want shit that like people are really in a sports bar. I want it to get some use. You know, if I come across that shit from my garage, then you know I'm gonna definitely have the NASCAR joint or the fucking one racing joint in there.
So your big 3 right now is pool table, dartboard, Golden Tee, and then your Ray Allen is the punch shit. Yeah, we got to find out the real name of it, but
I don't even know
punch shit.
The punch shit.
But then the race car, is that making your starting 5?
Nah, it's too big.
No, too big. All right. I think mine's would be pool table. Dartboard, yeah, those are grandfathered in. Who's gonna be my boss here? Ooh, I got a nice one for you. That little shuffleboard shit, the one that you slide.
Oh yeah. With your hands and shit.
That's gonna make it in on my big 3 for a sports bar. And then my Ray Allen would be the pinball machine. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let me see. Nah.
It depends too if you got.
My Ray Allen is gonna be the sports racing game, the tandem, not the motorcycle, the car racing shit.
You know, if you got an outside area, then of course you got the bocce and the cornhole and the horseshoes outside. You know what I mean? But
yeah, if it's more of an outside bar, yeah, it would have to be bocce, it would have to be horseshoes and cornhole. Those are the big 3 for me. If it's outside based,
you know, I always think about it like, what can I have tournaments with? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh well, you're thinking in terms of if you own the bar.
Yeah, of course. If I go to a bar, I'm not the owner. I don't care what they have in it. I'm gonna play the shit out. If I'm opening the bar, I'm making sure that there could be multiple money grabs coming off of each one of the things that's in my, you know what I mean?
And not just that, low maintenance.
Yeah, also low maintenance. Because even with the punching shit, you can have like the challenge. You know what I mean?
You see the punching shit. The reason why that wouldn't make mine is because number 1, it's gonna be music, so people are gonna be in a vibe, in a zone. Number 2, it most likely is gonna be drinks and smoke. And then sometimes people ego and energy just gets a little bit out of control, and then giving them something to punch, yeah, that's a nice thing. But then it's like, yo, I came in here to punch something, and the machine is broken. I'm gonna punch this motherfucker. Like, no, this ain't the place, my guy. This ain't the place.
I've never seen that happen, but it's a good.
But quietly though, I would have the fight club in the basement, but that's off hours. It's not even like a Django Unchained type thing. No.
I worked at a strip club. I worked at a strip club with one. And motherfuckers used to get drunk and just hit that shit over and over and over again. The punching shit probably made hundreds of dollars every night. A motherfucker just putting $1 in to try
that
to
is true.
that shit the hardest. And don't let some small little chick that like just got an ill right come in there and fucking hit up like a 790, 800 on that bitch. She comes in and fucking strokes that motherfucker like wow. Now now all the macho men in there are pumping more dollars in it because they can't go home knowing that, you know, little Jen just came through and fucking hit that shit harder than all of them.
You know, the two things that went the way of like the chimney sweep and the shoe shine,
Chimney
like how
sweep,
they just got outdated.
Those are both still things, man.
They are, but they're like old gods in a sense. They're like old world shit. It's remember the arm wrestling shit that they had in the thing?
No.
And then the one where you hit it, boom, and then see it like how high it goes. Not
the carnival shit with the hammer.
Yeah, but it's the indoor one. It's the indoor version, and then the arm wrestling one. Those two are like grandfathered out. It's like, nah, you're on that Biden time. Like you the old guy. Like how people like to play Biden. He's a little bit outdated.
Yeah,
he's still got lead in his gas type time. Like
shout out to Van Lathan. Van Lathan said he's walking around on like 2% battery.
Peeping the sports bar items.
Yeah, dude is that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother podcast, man. Let's shift. We're in the Olympic season.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, the USA track and field trials are going on right now. Carrie Richardson just punched her ticket.
Ooh, and this is her first Olympic too, right?
I think
because I don't think she made the last one.
Nah, she got disqualified because of the weed.
Yeah, from the last one, yeah.
So she's but she's won a bunch of world titles. She's got the world lead right now, 10-7.
And you sent me that post that she did it with her shoes untied.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's when you just stunt no heads, just because.
That was like a prelim round. She just come out, just beat everybody, and then be like, "Oh shit, my shoes untied."
Okay.
I at the finish line, like, oh, excuse me, my shoe was untied, and I beat all you bitches.
Imagine if it was tied.
Imagine if it was tied. Well, if it was tied, she fucking put the world lead up last night.
Yeah.
Her and all her training partners made it to the Olympics together, which is super dope. Like the she trains with every day. All three of them just went out there and fucking ran, 10-7.
That was the dope thing. My father was watching it while I was doing my mix, so I heard and I saw some of it
too. So she got a long. She's only 22, so she got like a long career. Man, like I mean, she's got at least 2 more Olympics in her body, before she's gonna be like kind of too old.
Well, what's her name? Allison Felix.
Allison, I was gonna say if she takes care of herself and like I mean, there's a few people like her. What's her name? Sydney McLaughlin Levrone. She's like an anomaly, but she'll probably run forever because she's training with the Kerseys. So,
shit, dang, that's track royalty right there.
Yeah, she's out there. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, I want to run the 200. Cool, second fastest time in the world in the 200. Oh, I'm gonna run the 400. Boom, fastest time in the world for the 400. And not to mention, she holds the world record for the 400-meter hurdles. So she is just special. But I want her to double, but she won't. I don't think she's going to double. I think she just wants the 400 hurdles. But she could easily come down and run like the 2 and the 4 or the 4. She could probably run all 3, but I don't know what the schedule's like for the Olympics. So that shit gets a little crazy. Have you been watching any of it?
Not as much as I would like to because I've been in the mix, but I've been listening to it again. Like my father's been watching it. I know they had the swim meets also.
Yeah. So Katie Ledecky,
Ledecky's crushing them.
Like,
oh, I don't want to minimize her achievements by saying she's the female Michael Phelps. No, I don't want to do that to her. That's not fair to her.
Michael Phelps didn't have the same type of dominance
That Ledecky has.
that Ledecky has. Like she has the top. I want to say she has like the top 30 times in the 1500 freestyle. Like the top 30.
If anything, Michael Phelps is the male Ledecky.
Well, he's older, so I mean he came first, but yeah. Michael Phelps was more like, I'm gonna beat you, and it might be close. You know, but I'm gonna beat you.
Katie Ledecky, I'm gonna make it entertaining.
Yeah,
in a way.
Katie Ledecky is like almost like
because those Australians were pushing him.
Yeah, it's like watching a Floyd Mayweather fight, man. Like you're like, she's gonna win eventually. This shit is boring to watch, but it's if you're a swimmer or you're like into the sport, you're like, this is amazing. She won by 20 seconds the other day.
Yes.
Like, come on, man. Like, what do we do? Just why does she even have to show up to qualify?
Because sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
But I'm saying,
that's why.
She's been an Olympic champion since she was like 16 years old. She hasn't really lost in the 1500 meters. I think she lost once in the 400 meters in the last 10 years. Like, just she gets to go automatically. Y'all are just like you're an Olympic champion. You should get to go back and defend your title. Or you're gonna have an off week now. You don't get to defend your title. And
I like the fact that no matter what, you still gotta earn your spot. Like, I don't want people to get, and apparently grandfathered in is the term I've been using a lot today, but I don't want her to get grandfathered in and just be given the nod. Maybe an honorary, or if she doesn't make it, Lord forbid, have her as an alternate. At worst. An honorary alternate at worst.
It should be like, I feel like, she should go and be like, all right, I'm gonna swim the prelims. And if she puts a fast time in the prelims that nobody can touch, then she's in. Like, why you gotta swim the finals?
All right. I see that part.
You know what I mean? I gotta swim twice.
Yeah, have her set the bar and everybody gotta beat that bar.
She won by 20 seconds, dog.
I'm telling you. I know. I saw that one. I was like, wait,
seconds.
Is this practice?
In a pool?
I was like, what? Is this practice? Like, what's going on here? I'm like, wait, where's the next lady? Like, she's already in the showers after the interview with Chris Collinsworth. And like, these people now touching the end line? Like come on now. This is ridiculous.
You can't even dap nobody up because you're like, fuck.
All right, y'all. When you're done with the showers, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll be over here by the bus.
Like, she might, and I know we talked about it before, like the most dominant people in sports and shit, but she got to be up there on the list, man. Like,
yeah,
like nobody has dominated her event like she has. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody.
Arguably,
there's nobody close. Like, there's no like, this could be the day that Katie Ledecky loses the 1500 meters. No.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah, but he had Justin Gatlin. He had people like challenging him.
Yeah, like nipping at his heels. Yeah, Gatlin, he's not winning by 20 seconds.
Yeah, Gatlin beat him. You know what I mean? What's his name? The dude.
Gay.
Rudy. Yeah, Gay beat him. There's a couple guys that like gave him a run for his money.
I was gonna call him Rudy Gay too.
It's not Rudy Gay.
That's the basketball player.
Fuck, I figured his name. Tyson Gay.
Yeah, me too. Tyson Gay
with the little ass chain on. Used to run in a little ass chain.
Damn, I'm mad. I can't remember my boy from Trinidad that used to run too, but he does the commentary
on TV now. Yeah. Damn.
Come on, you got it. Come on, Daryl, you got it.
You know what's gonna come to me later today? I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna be like, this.
Nah, we'll say it next week on the show, just to give him a shout out. But shout out to Trinidad representing, because my father was talking about how some people were qualifying for Trinidad as well, and that's when I told my father about our curling dreams for Trinidad and making the Olympics. At first, he was like, "You just talking shit." But as I explained it to him, he was like, "Okay, I can see it. I can see it." I was like, "Nah, like just glide and let it go." And then people with the broom just gotta sweep.
I gotta
Like
figure
even
out.
if it's not me,
I gotta figure
it
out how
could
to
be
get
a
my Trinidadian passport, man. If not, I'm
dual
gonna be
citizenship.
if not, I'm gonna be the John Candy in the situation.
I told you, you're gonna be the John Candy. Yeah, you're gonna be the coach.
I'm gonna be the coach.
Yeah, yeah, be like, come on, guys, you can do it. This how they do it in America. Like, okay, all
in,
right.
in Canada, eh?
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna show you what it's all about.
Canadians are mad at you right now for that one.
What?
But
Why be so vexed?
uh, another good story coming out of the trial so far is this young kid Quincy Wilson,
Yes.
16. Let me just say it again.
Mm-hmm.
He's 16. He has the second fastest time in the 400 meters right now in the trials. Now, it's just the prelims and the semis and shit like that. At 44.6, there's like probably like 4 or 5 guys that have run faster than him this year. Michael Norman,
But he's only 16.
but he's only 16. He's still growing into his body. Like he might get taller. He's definitely going to get stronger. You know what I mean? But it's very like it's very like Sydney McLaughlin-esque, where she was like just destroying everybody in high school and in college. This kid's not even. He's still got 2 more years of high school left, and he's running very fast times. Like, and for the longest, he was doing it without spikes. He was wearing like marathoner shoes type shit.
Really?
He was at the New Balance Nationals was
Oh shit!
and
You was just doing it with regular shoes?
and he ran 45 change and flats, bro, like just straight indoor running shoes type shit. So 44.6 has him poised to, at least have a good lane assignment, but he's going to be up against guys like Michael Norman, who's just, he's probably the best in the world right now. Actually, the world leader is a dude from Canada. 4405.
And his name is not Drake, eh?
Nah, it's not Drake.
He's doing a lot of running now, but that's a whole nother joke in itself.
But I'd like to see him maybe make the team. Like if he finishes in the top 6, I think they'll consider him for the relay, at least like the relay. But I mean, he's got a faster time than the kid from Georgia, Matt Boylan, the white dude.
But what's that kid's name again, though?
Quincy Wilson.
Quincy Wilson.
Yeah, 16.
And the dope thing, gotta remember he's only a minor. Yeah, that's probably like the 3rd reference I made today about that.
References today.
Huh?
You made a lot of Kendrick references today, my friend.
Yo, that pop out. It's not even that. I noticed too with my gear. I'm really wearing like West Coast kind of gear. Shout out to my man Madir, making all dreams into reality. Shout out to Madir. That's my guy. That's my brother.
I'm not even. Nah. I was at the Nike outlet yesterday looking for a pair of Shocks because I love Shocks. And when he came out in the Shocks, I was like, yo, I need a new pair of these. But
yeah, man.
Nike, bring back the Shocks.
If anything, like I was throwing up East Side, like watching it. Yeah. But sometimes you just gotta pop out and show. Yeah, all that aside. But Quincy
Williams.
Like so, Quincy Williams to keep Quincy Wilson. All right, so someone to keep an eye on. Because right now he's only a minor.
I love the Olympics, man. Like I love like everything about the Olympics. I mean, I try to like pretend like I'm not about to be up every night, all night. Paris is like 6 or 7 hours ahead. Like I'm gonna have to get Peacock for the Olympics because the majority of the shit is gonna be like I'm the dude who likes to watch it in real time. Like I hate watching the replays because especially now in the internet age, it's like back in the day when we were younger, before the real internet, you just watched it came on TV and that's when you knew what happened. You do the replays. Now it don't even make sense to watch the replays because you already know who won if you get alerts on your phone,
it's not just alerts, it's the memes, it's
yeah,
posts, congratulations. Look at this fool that trip.
Yeah, like you get to see that shit, and then it's like, damn, when was this race? Oh, it was at 2:00 in the morning because Paris is 6 hours ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like now that I'm done with my mix, I was listening to some of the trials, and then even some of the trials last week too. But I think that was more like college shit, the college trials or college championships. But either way, like now that we're in that dead zone, because next week is the NBA draft, and we'll talk about that because it's kind of a dead draft, to be very honest. That's why they're not talking about it this week. But we're in that dead zone where it's golf, baseball, and then odd Olympic sports, and their trials on the lead up to the Olympics. So now that I'm done with my mix, I can get into all that shit.
I'm here for it, man. I can't wait to watch dressage.
Dressage.
Yeah, it's low key one of my favorite sports, man. Dressage.
Well, explain to the folks and myself what dressage really is.
I just like the dancing horses, man, where they get on the horse and they just fucking doing the crip walk on the horse and shit.
Yeah. As much as I want to do horseback riding, yeah, I think I might have to get to that scene, and I'm throwing it up.
Yeah,
East side on the horse.
I like the dressage shit. I like the interesting track races, like the steeplechase.
Yes.
I
like the cross country shooting one too. That one's low key.
Yeah.
That's one that you'll see on like NBC on like a Saturday at like 3:00 when nothing else is on.
Really looking forward to breakdancing because it's the first. I want to see how they execute.
I'm interested in the music.
Yeah. See
what I'm interested in.
What they pull out for songs and shit. You know what I mean? Is it gonna be like
a lot of the robot?
a lot of 80s shit, or is it gonna be something, you know what I mean, more fresh? And as a new sport, they got a lot to prove. I like the outfits. I saw they released the outfits, the ceremony outfits. I don't like the opening ceremony joints, but the closing ceremony,
is it Tommy Lauren again?
I don't know.
Or Ralph Lauren?
I don't know. I didn't even really check. I was like, oh, these are pretty sweet. But
I forgot who did it last year. I think it was Hilfiger did it. Tommy Hilfiger did it. That's why I mixed up the two.
Maybe. But yeah, man, we're from a time where movies and things had soundtracks.
Oh yes,
especially sports movies used to have the illest soundtracks.
Okay.
And I just went and saw that Bike Riders movie the other day, which was pretty interesting. But the soundtrack it didn't have like movies, like they have like scores, right? But like I used to be able to go buy the soundtrack and pump that shit, and like none of the songs on the soundtrack were ever in the movie. Maybe like one or two.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like maybe there was a signature song, you know what I mean? Like, as like The Bodyguard. It was just not a sports movie, but The Bodyguard soundtrack had that Whitney Houston song. Which is, I think, really a Dolly Parton song. But either way, people were buying soundtracks. Like, yo, I didn't even see this movie, but I heard so-and-so is on the soundtrack, so let me go grab this shit. Or it'd be like the one song that's not on the album that you got to go get the soundtrack for so you can have that song. Because like they drop an album like around the same time, close, and you're like, yo, you run out, you buy the album, and you're like, yo, where's the song? Where's the song that's on the radio? And it's on like the fucking Dr. Dolittle soundtrack or some shit. But top five. It's time for the top five.
All right.
Today we're talking top five sports movie soundtracks.
All right. So
top five sports soundtracks.
Did you want to lead or did you want me to lead on this one?
It's up to you, man. It's up to you. I got my list right here, though.
I'll let you go first.
You want to let me go first? All right, cool.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go from the. I'm gonna go with my honorable mention. My honorable mentions one is oh shit, drop my pen. Days of Thunder.
Oh,
Yeah, Days of Thunder had it was like during that time in the 80s where everybody was you know, like Journey was on everything, but it was a pretty good soundtrack.
okay.
Then coming in at number 5 was gonna be the Ali soundtrack. Ali soundtrack with Will Smith. That movie had some bangers on it.
Automatically, me and you got two totally different lists. Okay.
Or they might get similar as I go, as I work my way up.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
At the 4th position is going to be Rocky. You know, because you know the Rocky soundtracks were always super dope, and Eye of the Tiger. You know, the montage music and all that.
That's the definition of heavy lifting.
Yeah. In the 3rd position is Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball had a super soundtrack. I remember that my mom.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Sister had that on.
I gotta write that down.
In the number 2 position, Above the Rim. The soundtrack was super dope. It had that. Was that what? I mean, I think Electric Relaxation was on there too, but it also was on the album. So. But and then it had the one track, like I think it was a Boyz II Men song. Anyway,
wait, that's the Above the Rim soundtrack you said at number 2?
Above the Rim at number 2.
Okay, and, all right. I'll put a pin in that one. Okay.
And one of my favorite soundtracks of all time is the Any Given Sunday soundtrack.
That was the movie I was trying to think of.
You know,
that was the one.
Any Given Sunday soundtrack is up there as elite sports movie soundtracks. So we got Ali, Love and Basketball, Above the Rim, Any Given Sunday. Those are my 5, with Days of Thunder being the honorable mention.
Okay, that was a great one. All right, so Any Given Sunday was the one I was trying to think of. Right,
soundtrack was so dope.
Yeah, I was like, it had LL Cool J, it had Jamie Foxx. Oh fuck, I couldn't remember it either way. But all right, so after I'm done with my list, like I'll go over the list of what like Universal and the web had as their list.
Right? We don't care what they had.
Yeah. Obviously,
they probably chose like the natural. And
yes. It was the natural Rudy, Karate Kid, Chariots of Fire. Either way, I'm not gonna give no more breath. All right, either way. All right, so
fuck everybody else's list. This is our list, dog. What's your 5?
Yeah. All right, so my top 5 was Rocky, number 5. Heavy lifting. Definition of don't really know what else don't need to know what other songs are on that. Just that one. Number 4. All right, so number 4, I put White Man Can't Jump.
Ooh.
Technically, it was a sports movie, just the way that Gremlins and Die Hard are Christmas movies.
It was a sports movie. It was about basketball.
That's right. Number 3. This one, I didn't know if I wanted to put it on here, but I'm going to put it on here just because the song was good, right? But then they had the Quad City DJs. I'll leave with that one, with the soundtrack for Space Jam. The song that I didn't want to reference was I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly. That was on that soundtrack.
Smash, right? Smash, fuck it.
All politics aside, no politics. Shout out to my man Slack Boogie. Shout out to Slack Boogie and No Politics. I Believe I Could Fly is hold up number 3 with Space Jam. Number 2 is a deep cut for me. Soul in the Hole was a documentary on street basketball back in the day.
I remember
Love that soundtrack, right? My number 1 was Above the Rim because it had so many bangers. It had H-Town, Part-Time Lover. It had Anytime with SWV. It had Afro Puffs by Lady of Rage. It had Regulate by Nate Dogg and Warren G. But my shit was Big Pimpin'. That shit was my shit. That's the only song in high school I could remember word for word. I would listen to that song at least 3 or 4 times a day. That was my shit.
Yeah.
Above the Rim was number 1 for me.
Above the Rim is like the belly for sports movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like whenever it's on, I'm watching that shit. And Belly's on Netflix right now, I think. So or Hulu, one of those.
So, you wanna romp with me?
You want?
I'm the original Don Dada.
You know,
I kill people for fun. See? Man. Shout out to Louis Reagan.
Yeah, Above the Rim soundtrack, man. Like it easily could have been number 1, but the Any Given Sunday soundtrack for me hit a little bit harder.
But listen to the songs, Afro Puffs, Regulate.
And the movie was
anytime.
Better. But yeah, no, listen, I'm okay with it being 1.
Part-Time Lover.
Yeah.
Like Part-Time Lover low key was a song I used to put on mixtapes that I used to give the girls back in the day. I used to DJ a lot back in, like this is not a brand new thing with me. I used to make like little mixtapes and like I used to buy single cassettes and I used to scratch it off and I used to like put the stuff in. And I used to put like songs on cassette tapes for ladies and do my little artwork on the thing.
Well, you didn't want to, like, I'm not about to buy these blank tapes. Let me just take this old school Milli Vanilli shit that I'm never going to listen to again and make my.
Nah, you go to the dollar bin. You go to the dollar bin and you buy like a maxi single. So you could put like 3 songs, right, on each side for a girl, right? So, you just keep it brief, It's like a little demo tape.
All right.
Part-Time Lover used to make that and what's the other song they used to have? Not Knocking Boots. That was a little bit too direct.
Yeah, I might have to watch Above the Rim today.
Yeah, Part-Time Lover is played in there, man.
The soundtracks, man. I've been listening to like underrated classic albums all week, and so yesterday was the Diggable Planets, the first album by Diggable Planets.
Ooh, that was dope.
It's one of the most underrated albums of all time. So I think I'm gonna listen to that Above the Rim soundtrack.
See, like you asked me this question about like top 5 like sports soundtracks, like as I was now finishing my mix. So when I finished my mix, I was like, all right, you know what? Let me take a time out and let me actually start thinking about this and give it some breath rather than just go online. Because if I go online, they got Rudy as number 1. Like the fuck, man. This like Rudy Poo candy ass motherfucker. Nah.
I made my list. I made my list and then I went online to see how my list compared to everyone. I was like, Rudy? What songs is on Rudy? So I'm like, damn, can you even buy this shit? So then I went to Amazon and I was like, let me see what the playlist is on these joints. Because if you pull up movie soundtracks on Amazon, it'll show you the track listed, right? So I'm like, there's like nothing on there that I even recognize. Like I'm like, what the fuck is this? Chariots of Fire, I get it because they got the iconic, you know what I mean? Chariots of Fire, John. But like, yo, what songs was in The Natural that motherfuckers was like listening to? Like it was, real talk. You know what I mean? At least like I saw Remember the Titans on the list. Remember the Titans at least had a couple of joints that, you know what I mean? But like most of these.
It was like our list had way too much bass and too much seasoning. like if we added like paprika, this is spicy.
Yeah, nah, the lists online were very
that shit was whack.
They were very bland. They were bland lists.
Karate Kid?
What's
maybe
Karate Kid?
I don't know. I don't remember any of the songs.
I don't remember any of the songs on the Karate Kid sound like.
Like no, but if you look at the list, like their list outside of Rocky and maybe Karate Kid, there's seemingly no bass, no 808 at all in any of these like movies. Like these movies don't seem to have like drama. or like any kind of like edge to it. It's like, okay, oh, this is nice. Oh, that happened to him. Oh shit, he got over it. Yay!
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Ain't nobody getting shot.
What I do know is that the lists online
Ain't nobody pregnant.
The lists online were not very good. You know what I mean? And with that, we're gonna close out on another episode of
Ain't nobody fucking with Willie Beeman. You got them girls go creaming. Ain't nobody fucking. Rudy ain't fucking with that shit. Come on now.
Yo, somebody tell
Imagine Rudy's team. Imagine Rudy lining up against Willie Beeman and LL Cool J and Lawrence Taylor and them. That motherfucker's gonna get crippled. It's not gonna be cute.
Yo, I don't know where they was thinking. I don't know where they was coming up with these lists, you know. But that's what happens when you don't have anybody from an urban environment in your office.
Ooh, nah. Homeboy is respecting it. He's keeping it corporate because when you keep it real in the corporate scene, that shit could go wrong. Wu-Tang, nigga. Shake my hand like a man, Frank.
Oh shit!
Just keep it corporate, brother. Just keep it corporate.
Yo, that's
like, yeah, that's good. That sounds good. Boys the men.
Another episode of Caveman and IronMonkey Talkin Sports, man. This is what happens when it's a short sports week. You know what I mean? Go get the lists. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start putting the lists up. I've been trying to use the easy joints, but they haven't been clipping out the. We haven't been clipping out the top fives. I've been saving them. I'm about to clip them all out and put them out.
This is a great one though.
And this is a great one. This is a good one right here. So we'll check y'all next.
The Rim versus Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, I think that should be a poll. I think we're gonna put that out there today. The best movie soundtrack Above the Rim or Any Given Sunday. I'm about to listen to both today. And
hell yeah. I'm really fitting to listen to that Above the Rim, man. Hell yeah. And listen to Big Pimpin'. That is my shit.
We're here every Sunday, man. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on the YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Follow us on all the social. And we'll check y'all next week. Sunglasses intact.
Peace.